Welcome back, guys, to Phoenix Wright Justice for All, as the case hangs in a pretty much verdict-giving balance, as Edgeworth looks like he's victorious. You see, Mr. Wright? You could not win against the truth, could you? But we just need to delay things. I knew it would turn out this way. After all, what Edgeworth has stated is the truth. Any last objections, Mr. Wright? Well, do I? What should I do? Well, you've kind of got to raise an objection hearing the verdict. It's going to be a guilty verdict, so we can't take that currently, even though we know that to be the truth. At this point in time, there's only one way for me to drag this trial out. The only thing I have left is this one dirty trick. Your Honor, right now we have these two reasons to believe my client is the assassin's client. Reason number one, he accepted the bear figurine from the assassin. Reason number two, that very same figurine was found at On Guard Mansion. However, it's possible this is all the work of a certain other person. What are you saying? What I'm saying is, it's possible a different person is the killer's real client. The real client? Yes. This is all you have. Now then, Mr. Wright, let's hear your theory. Who do you say is the killer's real client and therefore the real murderer? Well, okay, the only thing we could really do for that is another person who is also dressed up in a nickel samurai costume. It's basically implicating someone else we know probably didn't do it again. Well, we know definitely didn't do it, but still. Adrian Andrews? Yes, we already know that she tried to frame us on guard for the crime by wearing a spare nickel samurai costume. Then the nickel samurai's arm that I saw. That could have very well been Miss Andrews. But what about Mr. On Guard? If you would please recall yesterday's testimony. The defendant was taking a nap during the break period. That's right. Then, finding this figure at Mr. On Guard's mansion, it was a well-laid trap set by Miss Andrews. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion on this? I can't even begin to count the flaws in the defense's logic, besides which there is no evidence to support it. However, I can't fully discount its possibility either. What is with this trial? Come on, anyone can tell On Guard did it. I can't believe the defense would go so far as to pin the guilt onto someone else. Yeah, unbelievable. It's not something petty. It's murder of all things. This is to save Maya. This is to save Maya. Even if the whole world turns against me, this is one fight I can't give up on. Order, order, order! All disruptive parties will be forced to leave the courtroom. Your Honor. For the benefit of the defense, I'm willing to play along with his what-if game. His what-if game, Mr. Edgeworth? The prosecution is prepared to challenge the defense's theory. Mr. Wright, even you must have thought it strange and wondered, why would the criminal want this little wooden bear? He's right. The killer did specially bring that bear to On Guard right away. Why do you ask? Is there something special about it? Absolutely. And I'm sure that once the court knows its significance, the true killer's identity will become crystal clear. Your Honor, the prosecution calls upon a witness who will clear all doubts against Miss Andrews. And who would that be? It's quite simple, Your Honor. Miss Adrian Andrews herself. I see. Well then, the court will take a short 10-minute recess. The prosecution will prepare its witness in that time. Yes, Your Honor. A little bit of a break then, but we just seem to be in the ever-clinging edge of the abyss. Claws dug into the ground, body dangling. Just a little bit. Haha. Oh, I knew it was a good idea to hold her hostage, don't you agree, Mr. Lawyer? But I never thought in your desperation you'd try to pin the guilt onto Adrian! I swear this demon will pay!
Mr. Nick,
pearls? Where's Mia? I don't know. A really strong power suddenly called her away. A really strong power? Oh, Mr. Nick, your phone is... It's from Gumshoe. How's it going? Have you been hanging in there, pal? Yeah, sort of. We just barely found something to latch onto. Phew, that's good, pal. What about you? Anything yet? Have you figured out where Tequila and May are? We still don't have any leads, but... What? We don't have any more time! If we just had one. Even a single clue would be really helpful. I was only able to come this far because I kept thinking to myself, I've got to keep the trial going until May has been rescued. But have I just run out of luck this time? Is all our hope for naught? A tent! Huh? A tent? I can see a circus tent. Mia! It looks like May was unconscious until just a few minutes ago. As soon as she woke up, she called for me. So it was Maya that called you away. She's locked in a dusty little room right now. But I could see a circus tent outside the window about 300 feet away. Gumshoe! Is there a circus in town right now? There's only one, pal. The very big circus. Maya is somewhere within a 300-foot radius of the main tent. What? Okay, hold on a sec, pal. Hey, draw a circle on that map. About a 300-foot radius from the main tent. Hurry! And? I can see a mailbox under the window, just outside. Gumshoe, there's also a mailbox. Okay. What else? What else, Mia? I'm sorry, but it was a very small window. I couldn't see anything else. It felt like it was in an old office building. Maybe the 3rd floor or so. I heard her. An old office building. Good stuff, pal. Okay, just hang in there. Just a little longer, pal. Wish us luck. Good luck. I'll call you later, so don't let your battery die, okay, pal? Mia's not hurt, right? She's in a pretty bad state, Phoenix. She's being starved. Gumshoe, please hurry. Looks like we're out of time. Are you alright, Phoenix? It's only a matter of time before May is rescued. I can do this. I just have to make this trial last a little longer. I was hoping we'd get on the same page maybe with Edgeworth, but that's a bit too much to hope, isn't it? Court will now reconvene. The killer, the man who murdered the victim, handed this to his client. From this, one obviously questions arises. Why this particular item? I believe the answer to that question will provide us with the name of the real culprit. Now then, the prosecution calls the defendant's manager, Adrian Andrews, to the stand. Currently, the witness is accused of tampering and obstruction of justice. However, you have been called to the witness stand today to ascertain who exactly is guilty of murder. I understand. Very good. Now, have you ever seen this bear before, Miss Andrews? Of course I have. You have seen it before! That's right. It's only natural that the witness has. Miss Andrews, could you please enlighten the court to this bear's secret? Alright. Why? Why does she... Actually, this is an elaborate puzzle. If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. At its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. You really can't tell it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it. So that figurine is a container of sorts, is it? Yes, this can be deceiving, wouldn't you agree? Yes, this is superb craftsmanship. Oh, yes, I nearly forgot. You may begin your cross-examination, Mr. Wright. It looks like there really was something to that bear after all. And so it's time to press and learn more about the bear. Hold it! Why is it an elaborate puzzle? A puzzle? That's right. But it looks like an ordinary figurine. True enough. to people who don't know, I'm sure they would never guess that this was a puzzle. So what kind of puzzle is this exactly? If you know the correct order, it can be taken apart one piece at a time. Do you know it? So you can take it apart? And how would one go about doing that? Well, you first turn its tail to the right and then push it in.
Oh yes, I see.
After that, the arms and legs are free to move and can be removed.
Oh, this is most interesting.
Boy and his new toy. It's like he's 5 all over again.
Oh, don't mind me. Go ahead and carry on.
I think he's lost it. So what do you find after you take the puzzle apart? In its center is a small cavity with just enough room to store a small item. And how do you know about this? I know because I was the one who bought it.
Huh?
It was a souvenir from when a friend and I went to Switzerland.
Then this was a present from you?
That's right. It was a puzzle in the shape of a bear, so I thought it would be perfect for one. So it was a present from Miss Andrews.
Witness, let's continue with your testimony.
Because of its complexity, if you don't know the order, you can't open the bear. So who exactly knew how to solve this puzzle? Only the 2 of us. Juan and myself. It was a souvenir from Switzerland, so I doubt there are that many people with the same bear in this country.
Oh, this looks like it can be easily broken, especially if someone wanted to get at what's inside.
Well, it's a toy, but it can never be the same again once it's been broken. You really can't tell that it's a small jewelry box just by looking at it, so basically, it stays hidden. Who else knows that this bear is actually a small container or jewelry box? I never told anyone. And as long as Juan never told anyone either, then only the 2 of us knew. The 2 of you, huh? Then of course that means Mr. On Guard didn't know, right? I think this is about all I'm going to get for now. Okay, nothing else, but the figurine's been updated. Well, Mr. Wright, I think even you have come to realize that there is one very important fact we've uncovered, and that is this. This bear is actually a jewelry box. Now that we have agreed to this point, there is only one logical question that can come next, and that is this. What is inside this box?
What's inside?
That's right. That's what we are going to find out next. Witness? Yes? You are the only one who can open this. Please. There's a painful silence hanging over the courtroom. All eyes are on Miss Andrews now as she solves the puzzle and takes the bear apart. I've opened it. Is this what you wanted?
What is that? It looks like a note.
I don't think we need to guess at what that is, do we, Mr. Wright? It's the suicide note.
A suicide note?
The suicide note left by Juan Colida's former manager, Celestin Parr. Until now, no one knew of its whereabouts. Just as we suspected, it was hidden. Hidden by the victim, Juan Colida himself. It seems Celestin Parr had very beautiful handwriting, and she just as beautifully signed her own name on this document. This is most definitely the note she left right before she committed suicide.
Order! Witness, did you know about this?
Yes, I did. I heard all about it from Juan. When I discovered his body, I looked for the bear. I wanted to destroy the note before it became public, but I couldn't find it anywhere.
Because it had already been taken by the killer.
Everything is going at Mr. Edgeworth's pace. So now that the suicide note has been found, what's the next logical question? What is written on the note? Must be. That's right. At least, that's what I would think. Now then, I believe it is only appropriate the contents of this note be made known. I can't stop you, can I? I went through so much, just to get my hands on it. I was going to burn it, for her sake. I'm deeply sorry, but I can't allow you to persuade me to stop. Your Honor, if you could please read the contents of the note aloud.
Very well.
The judge's voice rang loud and clear through the deathly silent courtroom. In her note, Celestine Parr left to us a record of all that had happened to her. About being used and then thrown away by Engarde. About being engaged to Crida and Engarde's role in destroying that. And about how she decided, in her despair, to end it all.
And that's all Miss Parr had to say.
There is only one thing I would like to say here. The prosecution has no interest in slandering Mr. Engarde.
Then what?
Our intention, Your Honor, is to establish a motive for murder. Isn't that correct, witness? Yes. On the night of the murder, one was going to make the contents of the note public. After the post-ceremony show, he was going to hold a press conference.
My word!
Matt Engarde values above all else his refreshing like a spring breeze image, which is why he had to stop this note from being made public. At any cost. Right, now we have Celeste's suicide note. It's Engarde's fault that woman killed herself. And this time, he even went so far as to kill someone to stop him from revealing that. How terrible. What a selfish person. I guess there are slimeball lawyers out there who will defend those creeps too. There is no room for doubt here. Mr. the Killer's client's goal was to obtain this suicide note. And the only person who needed this note that badly is the defendant. Let's not forget that the bear with the note inside was found at the defendant's house.
It seems that we have come to the truth at last. The defendant's motives were entirely selfish. He deserves no sympathy from anyone.
How am I supposed to escape from this one? Why the hesitation, Phoenix? Gumshoe hasn't called yet, so you know what you must do. I know. I have to carry on and buy him some more time. Okay, there are two deadly pieces of evidence, the figurine and the suicide note. Maybe somehow I can find a way out of this situation through one of those. The gavel is already in the judge's hand, Phoenix. Hurry! The suicide note or the figurine? Which one of these should I pursue? Well, the figurine, we've got a ton of information on. The suicide note's not so much. I guess you could do fingerprint testing or something on it, but... it's gotta be that. Because we've got less information on it. Simply put, we've got less.
Objection!
Please wait, Your Honor. Oh man, look at that lawyer. He's still going at it. It's like he doesn't care that he's trying to get a killer off the hook. I think Your Honor believes that Matt Engarde killed in order to obtain this note.
Yes, that is correct.
But that seems a little strange. In fact, I think there's a contradiction here. This note was hidden by Mr. Crida until the night of the murder. If that is the case, I say that Matt Engarde could not have known what was written on this note. That's true.
Oh, I didn't think of it that way.
Exactly. But I did think of it that way, and I thought it was rather strange. No one in their right mind would kill for a note without first knowing what it said.
Order, order, order! You make a valid point, Mr. Wright. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
It was just a flash, but I think I did rather well on this one. Unfortunately, I think he believes differently. I believe a show of appreciation is in order. Huh? The defense seems to be in love with wishing more despair upon itself. I would like to direct the court's attention to this.
What is that?
And what does it mean for the case? Well, Edgeworth has yet another avenue to attack us from. He's got all the aces up his sleeve, hasn't he? Because he got the truth on his side completely. Join me next time for more Phoenix Wright. as we try to stave off that guilty verdict until we want it. Because we know we want it. Bye-bye.